A lot of people have the right to know what Tesla was working on, what was going on.
Hey everybody, it's me, Josh H.O.P.E Paranormal. I'm sitting outside in my backyard. It's beautiful out, and I figured I would talk to you guys out here. I'm bringing you a really cool video. Just recently, I'm sure you saw that I was on the Leak Project with Rex Bears. Pretty cool guy, you know. He tackles all kinds of different topics. In this appearance, he wanted to try and reach out to Tesla. If you've seen the video in the past I've done on Tesla right here, I reached out to him and asked him questions about him working with these scientists that are alive in Arizona at a university. I got some answers, but I didn't get as many as I was hoping for. In this session I do with Rex, I get more answers, we get more answers than I think I've ever got regarding Tesla. Answers to Rex's questions, my questions, and some other pretty interesting responses. So I've edited it down so that it's just the responses mostly. So I've edited it to a shorter version. If you want to see the full version, if you haven't already, I'll post the link down in the description. So let's check it out.
Wow, I think we're live right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Rex Bear Leak Project. What if you could communicate with the deceased? Would you do it? Like, who would you talk to? Who would the first person be that you would communicate with? Wouldn't it be amazing if you knew life existed after this physical experience? How would that make you feel? Tonight's guest is a pioneer in the field of paranormal research and communication with those on the other side, or how I like to put it, another side of infinity. Joshua Lewis, founder of H.O.P.E Paranormal White Light YouTube channel, will be tapping into the spirit world today with technology that was designed by Steve Huff and several other technological devices used to transfer communications with beings of non-physical nature, at least in this dimension. Last time Joshua was a guest on Leak Project, we had a fantastic spirit session. We called up my father-in-law, who passed a few years ago, and I even heard his laugh with some great words of wisdom. When I heard his laugh, it spooked me out, but in a beautiful way. Made me a little bit emotional. Then we asked to contact Lord Enki, and those results were fascinating. If you'd like to watch the podcast previously, you can watch it on Joshua's YouTube channel. He actually broke it down meticulously, and he shows what he heard based upon the feedback. Took him about a week to do that. So click the link in the video description box. And after thinking for some time who we should contact tonight, it takes a lot of work and energy to do these sessions. And we're first going to communicate with Nikola Tesla. Josh, let's do this. I've got holy water. I've got a crucifix. Now what?
Well, I've just got to focus a little bit, man. We'll focus. I'll focus a little bit on Tesla. I did do a session once before where there is a group, I will say there's a group out there in Arizona at a university that is, I won't mention any names, but there's a doctor and a couple other people that are working to create something called like the soul phone. And we've never seen it work or anything like that, but I do respect their research, and they believe they are connecting and communicating with Nikola Tesla on the other side. And Dr. Konstantin Radoval, who is someone who first experimented with EVP work, electronic voice phenomenon, and they think they are communicating with them, which I could tell you based on my research, that's plausible, that's possible, and that they're getting information from the other side about something known as a second Earth. And on second Earth, there's something called there's these buildings, there's these stations, there's these communication stations, these buildings, there's devices, and there's towers, there's all kinds of things. And Nikola Tesla is at the head of that communication network on the other side, working with this other, also Dr. Konstantin Radoval and some other angelic, I guess, beings.
No, that's fascinating. It's really great to hear that other accredited university, you know, very knowledgeable people that you could say, hey, that person is a scientist, or based upon their credentials, you know, how important it is to have that piece of paper to make you a scientist. And you got to have that lab coat too. I mean, the lab coat makes it extra special. That should be our next investment, Josh. We're going to get, Josh and I are going to invest in lab coats, folks. So where should we take this? First of all, I've got some great questions that I would like to ask.
Okay.
You know, pretty detailed, to the point. And Joshua, I've got a bunch of people in the room that are saying, Rex, you need to talk to Tesla, Nikola Tesla. Let's find out what this amazing mind, one of the greatest minds of all time, and less than 100 years ago passed away.
Let's see what
we get. Nikola Tesla.
Get him going. So let's do this. Let's hold on.
Nikola Tesla.
All right. Hello. Are we on? Yeah, it's on.
That's what it sounded like it said. Yeah,
it's on. Right? That's what it sounded like. All right. So I've got the box on. I'm going to focus here. We're going to ask for Nikola Tesla. I've asked for him before. I've asked the guides and the angels to help me. We are fully protected by the light. I am protected under Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I'm going to focus on him here. So just give me a minute. That sounded like something. So I'm inviting Nikola Tesla to come forward if he's willing to.
I drove past your old house.
Rex, why don't you ask for his name as well? Ask for him to come through.
It would be an honor to speak with Nikola Tesla. An absolute honor. I met the people that live on your lot now, talked to them. Your house was bulldozed. They shared information with me. It was incredible. Colorado Springs, 2011. It was amazing how we met. I have several questions that I would love to ask Mr. Tesla. And the first question is, did you invent a time machine?
Nikola, if you can answer, if you invented a time machine. Nikola Tesla, I've tried to reach you before. See, I feel like it's weird. I feel like I see him and I feel like he's around, but he's being quiet or he's not saying much. I don't know if he's just kind of. Is that true? Does anyone have eyes on Tesla? Something in his house?
Time machine. Time machine. Did you make one?
Did he make a time? Tesla, were you able to make a time machine? We feel like you were. That you discovered. I feel like you were able to find something out about time.
Was it more of a looking glass? Seeing in the future, maybe not going there, but seeing different timelines. Timeline manipulator.
Can you share anything about that?
Tell us how to do it. I want one. Please. Cheers.
Something about the house again.
Yeah.
Something about the house.
This one, is it in the studio? Can I make it in here? So maybe you answered already about the time machine. This is the next question. Death ray. You built a death ray that could take out entire armies via hundreds of miles away. And this was back in the early 1900s, according to newspapers. Did you build that? Is that true? Is the death ray a real machine? Did you build it? Please. Thank you for answering.
Was that an answer? Did you have anything to do with building a death ray? I mean, is this just very sensitive information that you still want to guard? It's okay, but just share it.
Did they get it? Did they get that technology, or were you able? Were you able to hide that technology, or did the MFers get it? I wonder how advanced it is now.
Can you share with us what you're doing on the other side? Like, what is it that you're working on? Can you share anything about what's happening on the other side? I'm going to try something. I think that you have a great opportunity to use this, but I'm going to try to still connect with him, but using this.
He's very talkative through that. Something is.
I mean, we thank you for. It's one of the.
Something ghost?
It's one of the ghosts. One of the something. There's that woman. I hear a woman.
A lot of activity, though. Regardless, this is.
Should I try this other box? Should I try this other device?
Maybe before you do that, let me ask a few more questions if I can. I've got a few more questions lined up that I'd like to ask. So the next question is, what was your best invention, your favorite invention, Mr. Tesla? Could you say that again, please? Sure. This is cool. This is great.
I mean, you created a way for us all to receive energy off the grid. I mean, to receive energy in a way that everyone could have had it. And they didn't want that, right? Electromagnetic energy. He's what? I'm sorry for not being able to hear you, but I will hear you afterwards, most likely, with a lot of these. So just leave the responses as you normally would. Before we, just so to show that we can use something different and not just the app, let's try this as well and still ask a couple questions to him. So don't go anywhere, my friend, if you can, please. Hold on. All right. I've got this on. I know it's a little different than the other one, but maybe we can get a couple responses through here. Was Tesla able to come through?
I got a couple more questions if I
Go ahead. No, try it.
Who has your work now? Like the hidden papers, the stuff that didn't get out. Who has that? Thank you.
Ask something else.
Great. And then how can we fix the free energy problem ourselves? Be great if you could give us some downloads and visions on free energy devices. That would be such an honor and a great way to fix. You imagine?
Don't ask on this one. Let's go back to the app real quick here. Let's see. Hold on. How many are trying to come through? Should just be okay. Ask another one.
I'll let them finish saying what they have to say. They're getting pretty exciting here. Lay it on me, they say. Okay. Red asks, did Nikola Tesla, did you work on the Philadelphia experiment? Good question.
The Philadelphia experiment. Did you work on it, Tesla? What was that? What is that? I feel like there's a guarding of information here. Like it's almost like they don't know if he wants to share a lot with us, or someone wants to share a lot with, like they don't necessarily, but they're willing to give some information. That's the feeling I'm getting, which is okay. I understand. A lot of people have the right to know what Tesla was working on, what was going on. Are you really working with those scientists? Is Tesla working with those scientists? Is he really working with those people on the other side, on second Earth? A second Earth? One of the things that those scientists talk about is that there's a strong reptilian interference, that there's a reptilian force out there that's trying to prevent that information. Is that true? All right, let's try the recorder real quick. Let's see. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
All right. All right, hold on. One question on here. I'm just going to ask. Let's see. I got it set right. Let's just see. This is for Tesla, or for my approved guides and spirits if they're willing to help answer anything here. We would like to know, is Nikola Tesla on the other side working with a huge network of communication, trying to build one? Thank you.
Nikola Tesla on the other side working with a huge network of communication, trying to build one. Thank you. This is for Tesla, or for my approved guides and spirits if they're willing to help answer anything here. We would like to know, is Nikola Tesla on the other side working with a huge network of communication, trying to build one? Thank you.
Oh, this is great. If you don't already have a subscription to Joshua's YouTube channel, you need to get a subscription. It's free. Just subscribe. H.O.P.E Paranormal White Light on YouTube. I've got the link in the video description box. We'll see you soon. Kick back, relax. Josh, you're a legend, man. Thank you.
Thank you. You are too. Thank you, Rex.
Only in my own mind.
So there it is. I'm sure you would agree it's a pretty amazing session. Awesome responses, valid responses, undeniable ones. And again, I reemphasize that everything I do is 100% real and legitimate. Everything I've ever done is always real. And I'm glad that to work with people like Rex who are not associated with this kind of work, that tackle different subjects, but I'm doing a live session with him. I don't know who he's going to ask for. It's running through the box. I don't know the responses mostly until afterwards. And what's cool about it is that the original session is always going to be online. The full version, hour and plus long session is there for anyone to always go back and see that the responses were there. They just needed to be brought out, which is what I've been sharing with you guys over the last 7 years. I'm working on something right now, some information I found out about my house that would explain quite a bit. And I haven't been able to verify it yet, but when I do, you guys will be the first to know about it. It's pretty amazing if it's true. So guys, if you haven't already liked the video, subscribe to the channel, check me out on Patreon, and until next time, I love you guys and keep seeking.